Hi and welcome to this video where I'm going to introduce the Conquer Food annual offer that we run at Team Bootcamp every year. We coach thousands of people every year to not only beat overeating patterns and break food addiction, but finally get food free. And in this video, I'm going to explain how you can save a ton of money on a 12-week residential stay, but also capitalise on a pretty neat bonus as well. Before I start, I just want to introduce you to the panel that you can tap into to ask any question you like. As you can see at the top of the slide, there is a WhatsApp icon. Now, if you want to speak to anybody in the panel, including myself and Paula, the two founders of the Conquer Food program, or Nicola and Ricky that have previously graduated from the program and now work as coaches and chefs on the program, then you can click the WhatsApp button and that will link you directly to WhatsApp. You can send a message straight to us and chat to the horse's mouth in effect. Okay, but all four of us, as you can see, have had our own weight loss journeys and things that we really needed to work on. So the Conquer Food program is very, very different from any other kind of extreme weight loss or food addiction food program. It's not a diet. It is a lifestyle, I suppose, in a way, but actually it's a lot deeper than that, and I'm going to talk about it in this video now. So why are we doing this offer? Well, every year we offer 4 places around this time of year to make the Conquer Food program accessible to more people, because we know we've recently added a couple of upgrades to the Conquer Food program and we want to trial them. We also want to get your feedback and suggestions, but also we're constantly looking at creating real life case studies and testimonials. So this slide, I basically want to talk to you about who the Conquer Food program is for. So it's a 12-week, I'm going to talk about exactly what it is in a minute, but it's a 12-week, really intensive, immersive, residential extreme weight loss and food addiction program. We're basically going to work on a lot of your beliefs, your programming, your habits, your relationship with food, and eventually you're going to pop out having lost a ton of weight, but also completely changed your habits and your outlook on life. So we've found that everybody that has got an issue with food or needs to lose an extreme amount of weight falls into 4 basic stages. The first stage is what we call the floundering stage, followed by the frustrated stage, then focusing, and then eventually followed by the food-free stage. And let me talk to you a little bit about each stage to see where you are right now. So the first stage we would describe you as being trapped. So basically, you're excessively gorging and there really doesn't seem to be any way out. And in fact, you may even have developed a little bit of helplessness where you just think, well, this is how it's always destined to be. And perhaps you've tried loads of things in the past, but none of it's worked and you're almost kind of giving up. Now, these people, they're not really suited to the Conquer Food program, and that is because they're not quite ready to change. They're not quite ready to do the things that they're going to have to do because they're still caught up in this idea that it's the world that's done it to them, and it's marketing, it's the food industry, it's the fitness industry, it's someone else's fault, and they are helpless. Now, we find that people can very quickly move into the frustrated stage, and what's going on here is that you are regularly, uncontrollably eating, but you have made a decision, you have committed to sorting this out once and for all and acting and doing something about it. And that's very, very different from the floundering stage where you don't accept responsibility for what's going on. I mean, ultimately, you are the sum of all the choices you've made. And I'm not saying that those choices came easy and you've taken the easy route and you've been lazy and all this kind of stuff. Whatever's behind them choices or them life circumstances and your situation doesn't really matter. But you are responsible for this change. And the minute you accept responsibility and commit to something different, things change and you move into the frustrated stage. And the yellow band on this slide across the center, these are the 2 stages that are highly suited for the Conquer Food program. At the top stage, the food free stage, where you got everything under control, and all right, you might have a little binge every now and again and your weight might fluctuate a little bit, but that's perfectly normal. But you've also got a life and you're happy and you've got, you can you're quite content in where you are in much more of a management stage. Well, if you're in that stage, then you really don't need the Conquer Food program. And the other stage, which is perfect for the Conquer Food program, is this focusing stage where you've already started to make progress, but you just need a little bit of extra guidance. We meet loads of people that have already lost 3 or 4 stone and already cleaned out a lot of their eating, but they kind of plateaued. They don't really know what to do next, or what's going to get them to the next stage. So anybody in these 2 stages of the binge-free freedom fighter is absolutely primed for the Conquer Food program. So this one is, you're ready to change. Okay, you might not have the answers, but you are trying to find the answers and you're sort of working towards it. Enough is enough is the phrase that we get so often. That something had to change. Or the focusing stage where you're already sort of a few steps into an extreme weight loss or a food addiction program or sorting out your eating. Perhaps you're already starting to enjoy fitness a little bit, but you just need a little bit of extra help to get you to that food-free stage. Okay, so if you are in either of those 2 blocks, then carry on watching because the Conquer Food program is for you. So here it is. It's 11 steps of this 12 square grid. There's 12 because we have a get started program, which I'm going to talk about a little bit, but basically it comes in 3 layers. Now I don't expect you to understand, and we're not going to work through each one of these stages, but if you look at the 3 layers, we've got the orange layer at the bottom. This is our foundational stage where we really dive into your own personal programming and the beliefs that you've got about you, your life and your results. We've met so many people that have come on the Conquer Food program and they just believe that they can never ever lose weight. That they're the only people in the world that they're just doomed to be this size or to have these food problems for the rest of their life. And that isn't the case. It's just that we believe it, that there is a cycle constantly going on in your head where we have some self-talk, some dialogue inside our mind, which then it causes the brain to look for evidence to prove that self-talk right. And then when we see the evidence, that strengthens the belief. And then it leads back around to the self-talk, look for the evidence, strengthens the belief, self-talk, and it's a constant cycle where these beliefs are just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And no wonder they're really, really hard to break. So the first stage really is about working on these beliefs and changing the way that you see yourself, the way that you treat yourself, talk to yourself, or even how much you value yourself, because quite often we don't value ourselves enough to work on our health, fitness and wellness. The next stage then is habit change. Like I said before, you are the sum of all the habits and all the choices you've made up to this point now. So we really dive into those habits, the habits that are not serving you, the habits that we need to insert into your life and into your routines, because ultimately a certain number and type of steps will bring about the results you want. If we can insert those habits, we can achieve what you want to achieve. And then the final one is the life change, because there'll be certain aspects of your life that are either serving you or are not serving you. Things like, are you surrounding yourself with allies or saboteurs? Is your job causing you to overeat or messing with your eating patterns? Is it, are you working shifts so that you naturally crave more sugar and eat more sugary foods to maintain energy to get through the shift? And there's all sorts of different ways in which your life is affecting you and pushing you around. And then we don't expect you to completely change your life in a day, but there will be things that we can work on in order for you to make sure, to guarantee the results that you want. So as you can see, the Conquer Food program is an acronym, okay, and each one of these letters is a different stage in the framework. So moving on, this is the Conquer Food program and how it works. Okay, no doubt you've got loads of questions about how it works, and you can speak to a representative after this video. But basically, each one of these people here have got an incredible story from the Conquer Food program. Starting top left, this is Sam, who came. He was a chef, and obviously, whilst he was cooking, he was constantly surrounded by food, and he would pick up food and eat the food and piled the weight on and needed to do something about it. Priya is the girl at the top middle who just had a phenomenal transformation. She started very similar to the geeky girl in Scooby-Doo with big baggy clothing and glasses, and and then very soon just suddenly started to completely change her body shape, got rid of the glasses, contacts, highlights in her hair, and just completely changed the confidence, her self-esteem, the way that she treats herself, talks to herself, and everything that she believes about herself. It's a very, very similar story to Adam, the guy on the right as you look at the screen, who completely changed his image and also his lifestyle. And he's reaping the rewards now. He lives an incredible life with a great future ahead of him. So underneath is the table. And this is how the program actually works itself. So we've got a certain amount of pre-arrival work that we work through. Now, this is one of the new additions that we've added to the program, where we're really going to help you hit the road running. Okay, so what you'll get with this offer is a free pre-course preparation program, so that we're going to look at starting out working on your fitness a little bit, your food, your beliefs. You're going to get to know your coach, which means that when you arrive on the residential program, you'll already have some allies and friends that you will know and you'll be quite comfortable talking with. And this really is a great way to get started very, very quickly, and a great way to make sure that you get every bit of the results that you deserve. You then work on the induction phase. This is a week long where you basically work through the whole of Bootcamp. We focus on your food. That is going to be a little bit of a shock to your body because we're going to strip out lots of sugar, and we're going to reduce the portion sizes. And although you're going to get everything you need nutritionally, it will be quite a shock in regards to what you're eating and what you're binging on right now. You then work into phase 1, which, as you can see at the bottom, you will do the first 4 letters of the Conquer Food program during that stage, and it will be a mix of group sessions and one-to-one sessions, and at the same time you'll be working on burning lots of calories as you're doing training that's scaled to your ability and geared towards burning the most amount of calories in the shortest period of time. Week 6, you'll have a review, so we'll look at how you're getting on and we'll make a plan, because the following week we have a test week. Again, this is something new that we've introduced in the course, but we found that lots of people would do the 12-week course and think they had everything in the bag. And it wasn't until they went home that they suddenly started to realise that they'd been in an artificial environment for 12 weeks, and perhaps it is a little bit tougher than they expected. So we send you home for a week where you test out everything that you've learned, and that in itself is a great learning lesson. And whilst you're at home, you will also get a strategy call with your coach to make sure that you're still learning and you keep moving forward. Once you're back, you then go into phase 2, and we look at the R, the F and the O stage of the Conquer Food program with the group sessions and one-to-ones again. And then you're working all the way up to week 11, where you have your very, very, very popular and incredibly inspirational graduation, where we look at all the progress you've made during your residential stay. They're absolutely filled with joy, and everybody, is just, there's not a dry eye in the room when these graduations are going along, such as the power of these graduations. We then go home for the resettlement week, where again we speak to you every day to make sure that everything's working really well and you feel comfortable and confident in what you're doing with everything that you've learnt. And then we support you then for up to a year afterwards to make sure that you're ticking over and you don't start to slip back into the old habits that brought about the results that you weren't happy with before. So that's the Conquer Food in essence, the program that's geared towards freeing yourself from sugar and food addiction. So this is the offer right now. With the offer, which runs until the 8th of November, it started now. We're giving away 4 places. In fact, it's 3 places because one of them is already gone, where you can save £3,000 minimum, depending on the type of room you book. Then you can save £3,000 straight away, which is an incredible amount of money, and will certainly go a long way in helping you to get on this very, very powerful course. We're also throwing in a bonus pre-course preparation program. Again, that's worth £149 a week. And the way it works is the minute you book, it doesn't matter when you're due to start the residential program, we will work with you every week to make sure that you're prepared as best you can, ready for your Conquer Food program. So if you've got 10 weeks before you start the residential program, that's 10 weeks of preparation, which would normally cost you £149 a week, which again is a serious saving. But also, you're you're going to make some great progress in that pre-course before you even get to camp. And like I said, the course runs until the 8th of November with 3 places. So now really is the time to hit the button below and get the ball rolling with regards to your Conquer Food program. So what is the next steps? Like I've said before, if you've got questions, you can use the WhatsApp icon below and just start a dialogue between you and some of the panel. If you are happy and you just want to get going, then you can click the button and send a message and just say, right, I'm ready now. Or if you want to talk about availability, dates, or even request a brochure detailing more information about the Conquer Food program, then hit the button below, stick your name and email address in, and we will speak to you soon. So until then, take care.